And I don't know where it started in regards to this word called entitlement. It doesn't exist in the real world. You earn what you get. So you're working, you're going hard at whatever it is you're doing. You earn that. Just like you earn respect, same thing. And I'm not sure who this video is going to be for in regards to age group wise, so I'm just going to apply this to all ages because I've met hundreds of different people that some know a lot, some know little, some never been taught that, some had a rough history growing up, some had a good family history growing up, and maybe somebody can benefit from it. That's like the main point. So I want to be a little bit comical. I want to be serious. I'm only going to say stuff that freaking is real and is coming down to the nitty gritty of bare bones, common sense, logic, how we should be applying it and then using it. Even stuff you learn. I mean, not the bad stuff, of course, duh, but to be a leader, to be a person of growth in yourself, individual growth, to be an asset, a good, productive person for society. And it's not saying you need to be that way. There is no rule book that says you have to be this way. But for the people that are, or the people that just need some good, positive, realistic conversations again, this is where it's at. Right here at the table with my cup. So this is episode 1. I'm not going to make it too long. It's just something for you to get the wheels like, yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I need to hear, And I noticed that not everybody's the same. So, like, for example, I'll give you an example. And I had this conversation with a coworker, right, about this alpha male thing of a different breed, right? This different breed of male. And it's pretty funny because I'm in my mid-20s, and the guy that I had the conversation with, he's, I think just turned 20 or like beginning of the 20s and stuff, but we grew up in different parts. And we'd always go back and forth about like, women like manly hands, because like I said, I like the older stuff, like, barbarians, Vikings, chopping wood, stuff like that. And like everything I do has to be hardcore. There's nothing there's nothing that I'm like, you know what, this is easy for me to do. Like I'm always looking for the hard route. And so we're having this conversation, and the conversation was simple. It was like, do women like soft hands, right, that are like, I guess like marshmallow like, or do like rough like man hands, And I was stuck on the man hands, and he was stuck on they just like nice, like soft hands like that, I guess, are well taken care of, and stuff like that. Mine tends to go for the alpha male part of, it's not I pick things up and put them down, but it's on the same line as everything I do is, when I punch, I jab. When I give you an elbow, I'm smashing your face with it. When I give you a knee, I'm also going to give you a Spartan kick to the chest, because it's just all of it's going to be in a combination of something that I'm doing has to be manly, right? And he was in the lines of, well, self-care and things like that are just as equally important. So it got to a point where we were doing like a poll in regards to which side do people like what is the preference in regards to what women would like, right? I think I lost that. I think I lost that one. Not by a lot, but by a surprising amount. I say maybe like, if we did 20 or 30 people, let's say I lost it by like 5 or 6, maybe 10. And it's not that it was a shock to me. It was more or less of, some people prefer different stuff, So when there's violence going on in the world, there's different class of people. There's the assaulters that are just the good men, right? That are gonna take that out and do what they need to do to take it away, and they understand that it's necessary to protect the innocent or the people that don't deserve this. Okay, And then there's the people that say, you know what, it's not for me. You know, that's not why I signed. That's not what I even signed up for in the military. That's why I didn't sign up. I'm gonna stay over here in my bubble, right? And then there's, I guess, the guy that's gonna make that decision of fight or flight. You know, which side is he gonna pick to be on? You know, and the great part about that is that everyone has strengths and weaknesses that we can combine to be so much better. So, in regards to being an asset in the world we have today, there's people with all different types of strength that, at united, we should be unstoppable by any means. I mean, we are, in a sense that no one's going to come over here and mess with us, but in the other sense of we can be our own poison, okay? And it all starts from the mindset. Some people, your attitude sucks, okay? It does. And you need to fix your attitude, all right? Now, I understand that is a work in progress. It can take you years, as long as you're working on it, all right? And realistically, being mad over something, frustrated, sure. But being mad over something is not going to get you nowhere, all right? It'll leave you stuck in a position. And if you don't like that position, well, you need to do something about it. Not talk about it. Write a goal list. Do something. Do something productive. If you don't like the situation you're in, all right? And it may seem repetitive, but you guys need to understand that not everybody gets these conversations. Not everybody gets this talk. Not everybody, and some people, it's weird, but some people, when they hear from somebody else, it all of a sudden makes more sense. It's like a spark of a light bulb, you know? Maybe I'm that guy, huh? Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just sitting here shooting the stuff with, my poop cup. But yeah, attitude. That's a number one killer right there, attitude. And it's not that you need to change, but there needs to be a change, period. And what has happened in the world is shown everybody from all backgrounds, all forms of history growing up, that there's something you are not prepared for, something. And it is exposing the weakness that everybody has, including me, okay? And these are things that are not in anyone's control. Not you, not me. All I can do is sit here and endure what's going on. Can't really do much about it. So the mindset and your attitude has to be adjusted for the field of fire of what's going on, okay? Because believe it or not, I mean, I wish the best on people, but I know for sure with all this unpreparedness, I mean, some people are probably handling it well. Some people are, doing good. Some people are in a really bad situation. Some people, it costs them marriages. Some people, it costs them relationships. It has brought out, probably signs in people that they haven't even known, between anger and all these things going on, and can't support a family, or this happened and this person passed away, and everybody, I was just talking about my dad with that. Everybody is at a loss, or a good portion of America in some fashion or form is at a loss. Okay? Your attitude and your mindset on how you're going to combat that loss is going to be the most key important factor of pulling yourself out of the situation that you're currently in, or at least it progressing to a point where you can say, you know what, I handled that, I'm still doing good, I can still progress and take the next step. And that is something a lot of people, they will not do, or they may do it. I hope you do it, because I want to see the best, for everybody. But attitude, mental conditioning, I mean, even if it's from your friends, some people, you just need to hear it. Your attitude sucks. The way you go about things suck, okay? And I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means, but I'm working on myself. I'm I'm doing everything I can. I mean, even coming back from deployment has its issues that I think I changed a lot to the point that like when I did come back, I was not the same person, and I think it's taken me 9 months of constant progression to be close to the person that I was before. And we can go about that in a whole different topic. I'm not going to worry about that. But the point about it is that I've been working at it for 9 months straight. Every single day I got up, I did something. 1% better, 1% a day, 0.1%, whatever it is, it's a percentage of improvement. Okay? Not everybody's built like that. That's fine. But the whole reason of this is because you can have a choice to be. You can choose to be. In America, you can choose if you want to do that. Sometimes bad things have to happen for people to be forced to make that decision. Sometimes people can say, you know what, I'm not really feeling this. I'm going to choose to do it today. I'm going to stick with that. And whichever way you choose, whether it's the hard way or the easy way, choice is yours. That's really all I got to say today. I don't really have too much. Today was the first episode, so I'm kind of feeling it out, kind of rambling about, talking just back to the people, about things that's going on today. And, things that some people need to hear, some people already know, some people are like, well, yeah, he's right, or maybe you don't agree with me. But, it's just, you're free to have your opinion, I'm free to have mine. So actually I just thought of something. So a couple last things. With everything that's going on, you are going to be responsible for your individual actions yourself. What you do, how you think, the way you operate, your daily actions and activities, your response to things, because that's a big deal, okay? And, all I can say in regards to all that is I wish you the best. Make good decisions, better decisions. Take care of the family if you have one. If you have someone that cares about you, make sure you check up on them. Do a buddy check. People need that. And especially like today, do a buddy check. And if you don't know what a buddy check is, if you haven't called someone in a while, you haven't reached out, text them, call them, let them know you're thinking about them. Reach out, because you never know what that person's going through on the other side. All right, and it only takes a second. I mean, people are on their phones all the time. It only takes a second to send a text. Hey man, how you doing? Haven't talked to you in a while. How's everything going? Or just give a quick phone call, leave a voicemail. All right, you don't need to have a whole 2-3 hour conversation, but just the point that you reach out, and you make yourself known to, hey, somebody's thinking about you. That can do a lot more good than you can probably even ever imagine, and maybe even at the right time. That's just part of a more, being a good human being, and developing good habits to continue on to do. Because in this life, we get more busy than you would ever imagine, between work, house stuff, cooking food, grocery shopping. Like, sometimes that is like the last thing in your mind that you're thinking about. So I brought it to your forefront attention to make sure you do that today, because there's a lot of people that could use that buddy check. So anyway, this is the Asset Channel, and episode 1. If you guys liked it, great. If you didn't, maybe you'll like the next one.